We were actually on the way back from Albany, Georgia for a family reunion, headed back to Virginia. And at this point, we've never been to a college before or checked out a university.
I seen a sign that said Clemson University. So I stopped right off the exit and I asked the lady, how far is Clemson from here? And she was like, well, it's only a couple of miles down the road. All you gotta do is follow the paw print. And so I'm excited. You know, I'm like a kid in a candy store because I always wanted to see Death Valley.
We walked in and the secretary asked, you know, could they help us? And we was like, no, we're just gonna look around. We was looking at all the trophies and the accolades and things like that. And she said, Coach Bowden just got back from his run. If you guys want to wait for a little bit.
Gotta make plays, gotta make plays.
And I'm like, Tahj, you hear that? You know, we can meet Tommy Bowden.
And as we talked, he was like, yeah, maybe you'll play here one day. I was like, yeah, maybe so. And I never thought in a million years that I'd be here.
Little did Tahj know that the family's faithful detour off Interstate 85 would end up changing his life forever. And for Tahj, family has always been an important part of his life.
Everything we've done it together. Decisions on where to go to school, you know, what type of area we're gonna live in, even, you know, my college decision.
We stuck together through thick and through thin, and we pushed each other, we drove each other.
In a sense, my dad wasn't there to raise me. I felt like, you know, the dad gotta be there for his sons.
When we were born, you know, he was 10 years into the Navy, decided that, you know, instead of, you know, going to 20 and retiring fully, he wanted to just get out and, you know, teach me and my brother, you know, way of life, how to play football, things in school and things of that nature, and I'm definitely grateful for it.
But he kept wanting to be a quarterback, so I kind of like took it to another level and ordering films, buying footballs bigger than what he played with. You know, just little things like pointing the ball back, you know, before you throw it.
When I was about 10 or 11, he went out and bought a target, and we used to go out behind middle school and just go in the winter and just throw.
And so, you know, people ask me today, well, how can you throw the football like that? You know, but it's certain things that he done growing up, which I didn't make him do half of the things that he done. He took it upon himself to work on the things that I did teach him, and he came, you know, this is where he at right now.
It was that same hard work and determination that helped turn Tahj into one of the most heavily recruited quarterbacks in the country. But it was only after another family decision to pick up and move from Virginia Beach to Hampton when all of Taj's football aspirations began to take off.
In high school, you don't really realize, you know, if a kid could play college football, but if he wanted to play D1 football, we had to make that move over there across the water.
You know, some of the former players that were there were the Vicks, the Allen Iversons, Ronald Curry, Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Hagans, the list goes on.
If Tahj can come over here and play in this environment, he can definitely play college football.
Not only was Tahj able to play at that level, he dominated. In his 3.5 years there, he would go 43-2 as a starter, with 2 state championships, while representing Virginia's most famous area code, the 757.
It's almost like a fraternity. People are proud to say they're from the 757. You know, it's just one of those things that it's like an elite area, fraternity to be in, and, you know, just proud to be a part of that area. And everything we do, we try to do it to the fullest. That type of foundation, you know, from the middle of my 9th grade year to me graduating high school, has helped me become the type of person and player that I am today. Turns out to be one of the best decisions that you know, we've made together.
After being recruited by some of the biggest names in college football, Tahj and his family would make another last-minute decision, this time to become a Clemson Tiger.
Firing toward the goal line, diving catch is made, and there's Orange in the end zone, touchdown!
This is where it all goes down right here, baby. Game time, Mr. Valley.
After 2 years at Clemson, Taj's dream of leading the Tigers would finally come true. Last season, he threw for over 3,800 yards and led the Tigers to their first ACC championship in nearly 20 years.
And the Clemson Tigers are 2011 ACC champions.
I had an interview after I committed, and people asked me what I expected, and I said I'm going there to win championships. Being able to fulfill that last year after a 6-7 season has been awesome, and I expect the same this year and the year after that and years to come.
He's a natural leader, first of all. He's got a very tangible will to win.
Pump fakes. Now he's going to fire downfield. Watkins open at the 10, at the 5, and there's Orange in the end zone. Touchdown.
There's nobody on our team that wants to do better than Tajh. He's always trying to get better. He's always doing the workouts plus some. He's in there before we get there, after we leave. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guy.
This is special. A lot of people don't get this chance, and to be in a place like this and actually be able to, take this thing over is amazing, man. So, I mean, I got the opportunity now, and I'm not gonna let go. Just got to run with it. Got to make the family proud. That's what it is. One big family here.
And while the Clemson faithful have become Taj's new family, it's the support of his immediate family that he attributes all of his success. And more than a decade later from that faithful turn down Clemson Boulevard, the Boyd family has found a new home. It's just a couple miles down the road from Clemson in Seneca, South Carolina.
It's a blessing to have them here, honestly, because I can always go to the house, just kick it. When funds get low, Mom will cook something up. If I don't want to go eat nothing or buy nothing to eat, and just go back and just chill.
Good to see you. A home away from home, peace and quiet, a good cooked meal, a little spoiling.
You're gonna have your friends or whatever, but it's hard to distinguish, who's really there for what reasons, So with family, it's always one of those deals where it's, they always got my back, so it's a good deal. When you have, tough times and trials, it's good to sense that they're so close, especially after, last season we started off 8-0, rolling, and we had a bad little stretch. We lost a few games, and things started to become a little heavy on me, a little hectic. Thankfully, my parents were right down the street, so I can go home and sit down and talk and kind of rejuvenate and get my emotional part together.
In a way, that's the main reason why we here, not because of the wins, because I know he's a winner. He's gonna win, but we here more for when he loses and he can come to us.
With a year's experience and an ACC championship under his belt, Tajh will now step into his new role of being a leader of this team. With the support of his family and the Clemson faithful, sky's the limit for Tajh Boyd.
Growing up, you have dreams and visions of being that guy that's like lights on. You got to show up, and having the opportunity you don't want to let down. So we got to be in that VCS championship game. But now it's my turn to step up and take control and actually be that leader. And that's what I have to become in order for us to be successful.